What's going on YouTube? Terminator Juice here. I'm going to bring you a couple videos pre-E3. Start with Nintendo. E3 2013 in case someone's watching this after the fact. It's 2 days before Microsoft's press conference right now. And then Nintendo's is 3 days away. It's going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. They're not doing a press conference, as most people know, which I think it's a good thing. From my perspective, I think the big press conferences were mostly awkwardness, and it was just felt weird watching them, especially on the times when they didn't show something that was that great, but you just feel the tension, like when Miyamoto was showing Skyward Sword and the sensor wasn't working on the Wii remote because of all the lights and cameras, and it was just awkward and stuff. So I'm actually glad they're not going to do one. I know a lot of the people that are butthurt about it are the game reporters, the people for IGN, GameSpot, Rev3 Games, places like that where they're going to be in attendance, and they're missing out on being there and seeing things firsthand and cheering with the crowd. So really, they're the only ones that are going to miss the press conference, I believe, because Nintendo's still going to have a showroom floor with all these games playable, and they're still going to be able to report, do hands-on, off-screen of these new games. And for us sitting here on our computers, it's going to be the same experience, I believe. And plus with the directs, they can tweak it so that there is no awkwardness, and they probably already recorded it and had people watch it, and I just think it's going to be a better thing. Gives them a better chance to really show their games off, and us as the end user, we don't have to worry about the middleman, so it's just going right from Nintendo right to us. We don't have to rely on third-party people like IGN to report to us. We'll just see it directly. So I think it's really cool. I'm glad they're doing it this way, and I really don't think it's going to hurt them, and I actually think this E3, they're going to be like the dark horse. Most people, I think, in the PS4 and Xbox One games are going to just take the show, but I think Nintendo's got some aces up their sleeve, and I think they're really going to blow people away, and I'm pretty damn excited. I can't think of an E3 that I've been more excited for. Even when they were announcing the Wii U, when I knew they were announcing a new console, I wasn't as excited as I am right now as a Wii U owner. Just can't wait to see these games. And so next I'll just go over what I'm most looking forward to seeing, and then make a few predictions. And that's kind of the point of this video, is I want to make some predictions and get it out on the internet, so in case I was right, I can go back and watch and feel a little pride for myself for making the right prediction, because I usually just watch other people's predictions. I've never made my own. So here we go. First and foremost, game I'm most excited about, it's already been announced that it's gonna be playable, no surprise, is the new 3D Mario game. It was been created by the same team that did Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 and Super Mario 3D Land on the 3DS. 3 amazing Mario games. 3 of the best Mario games ever made, in my opinion. They just have the most creative level designs, and obviously as a Nintendo game, they're always polished. They had the best graphics on the Wii and the 3DS early in its life, so pretty much they can do no wrong, in my opinion. And even if it's Galaxy 3 and it looks like more of the same, just like Galaxy 2 seemed on the surface like it was just like the first one, you get in there and the levels are just so unique and so original that it's like a whole new game. Each level felt, you maybe had 1 or 2 times you had to do the same kind of area for a different star, but after that it just kept switching to completely different things that you couldn't even imagine and just made it fun. So even if it's Galaxy 3, you know it's going to be amazing looking, and the level design is just going to be amazing. So, well, I don't actually think it's going to be called Galaxy 3, even if they go with that same concept of jumping from planet to planet. I think, like a lot of people, it's going to be Super Mario Universe, you know, the U for the U in Wii U, and then just make it Universe and make it bigger. And obviously, I'm guessing if they go that route, the planetoids and stuff will be a lot larger scale, and just, you know, visually it's going to be awesome. Controls are always amazing on those games. Not sure what they'll do with the gamepad functionality. Some people think they made the Wii U because they wanted to add something to the Galaxy series, and that's where that came from. But I honestly think, just like they did with the Wii remote, they're going to use the controls that make the game most fun. I don't think they're going to force touchscreen controls. That's my prediction. There might be a few moments, just like in the Rayman Legends challenge app, if you played that, where you touch the screen and you can like pull back a slingshot. You know, there might be stuff like that. But just like with the Wii remote, they didn't force motion controls. It was a nunchuck and pointer, and you could shake the remote to do a spin. Just intuitive and not forced. And I guess this is my first prediction. They're not going to rely too heavily on the second screen for the next Mario game. I think they're going to stick to what feels the best and what's easiest and fastest for people to be able to control Mario. So that's my first prediction. That's the first game I'm most excited about. Number 2 is Retro's new game. A lot of people think it's going to be Metroid, but I do not. And if you watch IGN's podcast from a day or two ago where they're playing Animal Crossing, you can hear Peer, or Pear, however you pronounce his name. He basically says he's not going to say the name of the new Retro game, like he knows what it is. And then if you listen to it all the way through, there's a spot where he kind of hints that it's not Metroid. So taking that little tidbit and my own gut feeling, I don't think Retro's making another Metroid game. I think, and this is my second prediction, this is probably would be the biggest shock to most people. I think Retro is going to make a mature first-person shooter, most likely a science fiction theme, and I think they're going to be got their sights directly at Call of Duty and the Call of Duty fan base. I think they're gonna, if anyone's gonna have a new IP on a Nintendo franchise and it's going to be awesome, it's going to be Retro Studios. They have talent, and they have amazing artists. So instead of just technical, they also have just amazing art style in their games. And if the Wii U could have just a must-have exclusive first-person shooter, well, I know there's a ton of first-person shooters. You got the Halo series. This is just a prediction. I might be completely wrong. It could be like Star Fox, you know. I don't know, but that's just my gut feeling. And if anyone could pull it off, it's going to be Retro Studios. Third would be probably Mario Kart U, because I've been waiting for that perfect online experience on a Mario Kart game. I didn't buy any of the home console versions, actually. My friend had the first one. We played for hours and hours, and then I bought the Game Boy Advance, the DS, and the 3DS versions, and I thought Mario Kart DS was probably the best one, but the online is just, it's lacking. So if the Wii U version can have awesome online and maybe get rid of that damn blue turtle shell, and I'm definitely going to buy, because I'm ready for another Mario Kart game. My buddy had it on Wii and it was fun as hell, so looking forward to that. Smash Brothers, basically all we're going to see is a trailer, so I'm not getting too hyped up for that one. And Pikmin 3 we've seen a ton of. That looks pretty cool, but Sonic Lost Worlds, just seen a lot of gameplay on IGN. That looks amazing. And maybe a surprise, maybe a Star Fox game, maybe a franchise we forgot about is going to come back to life. Maybe Donkey Kong Country in HD. I don't know. Wind Waker HD, I'm guessing, is going to be playable. Pretty excited. That could be awesome. Played through that game once on the GameCube and wouldn't mind playing through it again in HD. So yeah, those are some of the games, you know, that we know are coming, and you know, who knows? Nintendo's definitely got some stuff up their sleeve. They got a lot of franchises people don't really think about. So you know, we'll probably see that Yoshi Epic Yarn looking game, and a lot of 3DS games. So it's going to be an exciting E3. I think Nintendo has a lot to prove, and they actually have the most to gain because they're at the lowest on people's radars. So if they have a great conference, they can gain the most ground, I believe, in this E3. And just one last thing, I know it's not going to happen, but as a Wii U owner, you know, eventually they're going to lower the price and possibly give us more memory, you know, give a system more memory. But the one thing which they do with the DS is they'll give you longer battery life on a new iteration of it. If you've seen videos, the compartment on the back of the gamepad, the battery only takes up about half the space. So if they released or talk about a longer battery life, and then possibly lowering the price, I think for us early adopters, the 3 million people that bought a Wii U, they should have a free exchange program for a longer battery life. I think that would be a good fan service and show that they really care, because 3 hours on a charge of gamepad battery life is just not working for me. I constantly have that thing plugged in. So Nintendo it would be awesome, not saying it's going to happen, but if they would announce that they've come up with a battery life that doubles or triples the life, and then had a free exchange program for those of us that have already bought the Wii U, that would be awesome. Not going to sit here and say it's going to happen, but just something that I would like to see, and I think a lot of people would appreciate that. So other than that, you know, you got the update coming in the summer. You know, give us some new features, give us more speed in between navigating the menu and stuff, and I'll be happy. Right now I'm a happy Wii U owner, and I think it's only going to get better. Good foundation, and let's just build on it from here. And I just can't wait to see those games and see people's reactions. So those of you Nintendo fans, you know what I'm talking about. Anyone that's a hater, you're going to be doing lots of Sony and Microsoft damage control. I think when Nintendo shows off their games, and I think they're going to have probably the game of E3, and probably going to win. For those websites that rate them, I think Nintendo's going to do the best. So next, I'm going to do Microsoft and Sony predictions and discussion. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video.